Hey, welcome to the pod. I'm NImonTank. That is
What's
Big
up? What
Buddha
up, y'all?
75, and together we create the Nimon Tank.
The Nimon Tank. Was that too much?
That was awesome. Welcome to the tank. What we do here is we talk about politics, life, relationships. Honestly, whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
What the fuck we want, baby?
Or whatever you want to talk about. So if you have something that you want, some inkling of our opinion, throw it up in the chat. We'll check it out. We'll talk to you
Hell
personally to
fucking
the
yeah.
camera.
Hop in the tank, chum the waters, and let's fucking.
Whoa.
Oh, yo,
Whoa.
This was
Whoa.
off the dome. Ready?
Whoa.
Jump in the tank, chum the waters, and let's chew the fat.
Why why is there a shark in a tank?
Because we're tough. We're tough boys. That's why. Okay? God damn it.
I'ma clip this.
Tough boys. We are the tough boys.
We're the wild boys without being wild. We're just the boys.
Yeah, there
Ladies,
you go. Okay.
gentlemen, A, B, C, and Q, jump in the
I was about to
tank.
say, you are missing a lot in there. You are missing a lot.
But no, we're just here to have fun. We're here to have conversations, healthy conversations, where you can be wrong, we can be wrong, but we also agree that we can have healthy discussions about things. Because in today's world, I really find that everybody walks on eggshells. We need to be able
Yeah,
to have open discussion,
we have to be able to agree to disagree. Because right now, it's if you disagree with me, I hate you.
or I'll kill you.
Or I'll kill you. Yeah.
You know, like today's world is just in such turmoil that I truly believe once we all come to the senses of, okay, you believe in that, I believe in this, it's okay that we disagree, but we healthily disagree.
Hmm. It's all about understanding it from every point of view.
And
Everyone
so,
that you
from
can.
every point of view, I may not agree with this guy. He may not agree with me. We may agree, but we're still going to have the conversation. So, today I was thinking about this that Big Boot and I talk about men's mental health a lot. Equally, women's mental health is very important also.
Doesn't. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
All mental health is important, but I think there's a stigma on men's mental health. So
Agreed.
I'm going to make a statement. I'm in a very loving and healthy relationship, which I'm very fortunate for. But the phrase happy wife, happy life, should that be a real phrase that men say to other men? Because to me, what it is virtual signaling life sucks. Because I'm doing everything for her and my life sucks. That thank God I got this one night to be with you.
See, that's tough though, because in my opinion, that is the truth of the world. Is happy wife, happy life.
Well, so I'm in a very happy, loving relationship, and my wife got in an argument this morning that we didn't really address because we don't fight with each other. We have conversations with each other that we may not like. But at the same time, we know that anger that I felt in that moment, in the grand scheme, is really stupid. It's not that I need you to say I'm sorry. It's not that I need to say I'm sorry, but it happened and we're past it. right?
Yep.
There's no microaggressions against each other. Oh, I'm not gonna fill up your water bottle because you did that. No, that's stupid.
That
Just
is so. That's petty.
it's petty, right? But plenty of people do it. So it should be happy partnership creates happy life. Happy family creates happy life versus happy wife, happy life, happy kids, happy life. Because you're not appeasing anyone, you are growing as a unit to be the best you can be. You're the best family unit you can be. Am I crazy for that?
No, no, no. I understand that. I understand that. But also, you have to realize that your dynamics are not.
Normal? Should
Yeah,
they
it's
be?
not the norm. Of course, they should be. But I mean, that's, in my opinion, our kind of personalities, and our openness to communication is what causes our personal lives, our personal love lives, friends lives, just our social aspects behave the way that they do. We've said it. If you guys have watched other pods, we've said it so many different times that we are fucking blessed to have found the group of people that we have found, the types of people that we have found in our lives. We are fucking blessed. But that wouldn't have happened if we aren't the way that we are. So to say that that's how it should be, yes, I do believe that's how it should be. The tough part, just to at least play devil's advocate here, is that I don't know if people have the full capacity for that if you don't have a mindset like we have.
So my question then is what set them up for failure? Was
Oh,
it
that's a
their
look.
parents? Was it the society and what they experienced in school?
That's what I think it is. I think parents, for sure, it's going to come from parents because when you're growing up, you see your parents in their social aspects, and inevitably, the children are going to somewhat model their own social aspects after what they've seen be the norm for them, which is their parents. So, I mean, in that case too, since me and you have, we both have different Asian mothers, but mentally we have the same mother.
I would
So
agree. I would agree.
I think that that's why
From a
we are as similar.
principle aspect, we have the same mom.
Hmm. I mean, we have said that for fucking years, for absolute years. But yeah, I really think that that's why we've become the types of people that we are, and because of the types of people that we have had those same kinds of people gravitate towards us.
So,
So I wish everybody could have that life. I wish everybody could have that kind of mindset because I truly think it's freeing when you don't feel persecuted by everyone or having to defend yourself against everyone or anything like that. When you just go with the flow, the world is what it is, but I'm going to be my own person.
so
And a lot of people don't.
when he says that, he's saying he could be persecuted by the world. He could be looked at that way, but he's not
Of course.
accepting of that mindset of I'm a victim. He's looking at it from a idea of I'm me, deal with it more or less.
Yeah. This is something that is inevitable in the world. Whatever the fuck it is, it's something that is inevitable in the world. If I'm not going through it right now, I may go through it at some other point in my life at a completely unrelated place in my life. That's just because it's a constant of the world. So you can't sit there. I think this is a huge mindset that's come in today. Actually, I was just talking to my dad a little bit ago, uh, and we were talking about that kind of mindset of the world should cater to me rather than you have to adapt to the world. It's becoming way more prominent now. It's
Oh,
coming
100%.
way more prominent. So I think that's a huge mindset that is a detriment to society itself.
I agree. What is the government doing for me versus what am I doing to warrant being given.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, free handouts, fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You
You
gotta
keep
work
waiting.
for it.
You're gonna get hungry. You keep waiting.
You have a disability. I'm sorry. But guess what? You still gotta work. You still gotta work for it
Yep.
to
Everybody
then
else is
move.
still working, so you can't expect somebody to put their own needs away for to cater.
And not to take away from anyone's hardships, I have plenty of reasons why I can complain about my life,
Of
but I
course.
don't. Big Buddha has plenty of reasons why he should be able to complain about his life, and he won't. Because our lives are easy in comparison to what our grandparents went through.
Yep. In my opinion, no, almost at least. There's the severe cases, but almost no, nothing that you're going through is the absolute worst that it can be. There's always it can be worse.
So
That's how I look at
therefore,
it.
yeah, no. So therefore, you should always be not necessarily positive because difficult situations are difficult if you aren't used to it,
Hmm.
right?
The mindset. It comes back to the mindset. Yeah. If you're
So
not used to it, you're not. Your mindset isn't trained for it.
if I could explain in temperatures, right? And let's say 32 degrees Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius, and that's the lowest, not the lowest, but that's like depression, right?
Oh,
That's
I
the
feel you.
marker of
Okay.
depression. And then we say anything over 78 degrees Fahrenheit is way too happy.
You got ADHD now.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
When the temperature changes 40 degrees from the time you wake up to the time you're at work, it's really hard to deal with.
It's jarring. Yeah,
It's
it is
jarring,
fucking jarring.
but we deal with it. As a society, we deal with that every single 3 months. you know?
Truly, but truly though, because that okay. So this might get me in a little bit of hot water, whatever.
Or
But
cold water.
that's what pisses me off about the whole LGBTQ RSTUVWXYZ.
Yeah. Well, be careful.
I'm all for it. Go do your thing, right? Live your life however the fuck you want to live your life, as long as you're not hurting other people. What becomes a problem for me is out in public when say there's a trans person. Yeah, I'm thinking of someone in particular. There's a vlogger that does this shit, goes to like restaurants and stuff. Um, a trans man that is now a woman, and he wants to go into these places. They want to go into these places, and they sit down, they order their food and everything. And I've seen ones where someone's called them sir or whatever,
Okay.
and
Mispronounced.
they absolutely fucking flip their shit. And I'm like, what the fuck do you expect? Do you expect everybody on the street to come and ask your whole goddamn life story? If I look at you and you look like a guy, or you look like a girl, and I say, hey, what's up, miss? Hey, what's up, sir? And you get real fucking angry about that shit, that is a personal problem. That is a personal problem because you are expecting the world to cater to you. And I don't give a shit about that a stranger like that to even care about any of that.
Okay.
And there's always been this argument of like, oh yeah, well, what if I went to you and I called you ma'am? I would not give two fucks.
You'd
Call me
correct
ma'am
him.
for the yeah. I'd be like, it's sir. They keep saying ma'am. Okay, you're so tough. What the fuck is that doing for me? As long as I know my truth, it doesn't matter what other people say, really.
Okay, so I think there's two things about that. That one, it makes it easier for you and I to dissect that way because we're minorities.
Yeah,
We were born minorities, and then these people choose to make it even more difficult, which I'm for them. If you want to live that life, live that life,
yeah. Do
right?
you?
Do you? But if I misgender you, it's not my fault unless you're wearing a shirt that says what your pronouns are. You have it tattooed to your face of what your pronouns are. The first time is an accident. If I'm actively doing it wrong, then there's a problem. Even with our race and who we are, you being Indian, I'm being Japanese, if they kept calling you after you corrected them, there's an
Mhm.
issue. But don't get mad after the first attempt.
Yeah.
That's
Once
customer
it's
service.
known, once it's known, and they still choose to do the wrong thing, in all honesty, in my opinion, I think that it would be easier, at least for me, it would either be easier to walk away or warn them that, hey, if you keep following me and accosting me, then there's going to be a problem. The way I can equate it is like, imagine you're walking down the street of New York, right? You're walking on the fucking sidewalk, and there's people going this way on that side, people going this way on that side. If you go to somebody over here and you're like, hey, you're walking on the wrong side, you need to walk on that side, and they go, oh, okay, cool, and then continue walking on the wrong side of the street. Why the fuck are you going to argue with, oh no, you're wrong, you need to fucking correct it? Why do you care that much? Let
So
them keep
there's
walking.
a line between harassment and just
Not giving a
acknowledging.
shit about the
Why
rules that
does your
aren't
world
laws.
revolve around that, right? Right?
Yeah,
Why
when
does
people
your
don't
world
give a
do it?
fuck about that, it's fine. Let them not give a fuck. If they follow you and they
That's
keep on
harassment.
pressing, that's different.
That's
I think
harassment.
yeah,
That can be seen as
that's when a
threatening.
reaction is fucking warranted.
Well, no, there that could be threatening. You
Mhm.
could be afraid for your own life,
Yep.
and someone's gonna find out.
Yeah, I will lash out accordingly. But if it's something where
But if
you
someone
are
came back to
staying
you, no,
in the
no, 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 no.
situation,
If someone came back to you and said it's a hate crime because they were coming after you, that is wrong, in my
mhm,
opinion. You are being threatened, man, woman, child, I don't care. You have a right to defend yourself.
agreed. Agreed, but that's what I'm saying. That's where the difference is. If they continue and they follow you when you distance yourself from it, that's when the problem is there. If you stay in that bubble just to argue your point is correct and they are wrong, you're creating that yourself. That's what I'm saying. If you stay there
So,
to correct them, to make them see your point of view, that's you being hard headed and
okay,
creating that fucking
okay.
bubble.
So, I'm with you on that, but to play devil's advocate, as we always do, if I walk into the Crocodile Inn and I sit down, and for preference for the pod, is that's a bar in a very hicky area where we grew up. And whenever I would walk in, when like I was younger and people didn't know me, literally the record would skip and everybody would go,
Every face
"What
you would
is
see their
that?"
eyes.
And they'd stare you down until there's the one person that you know is like, "Oh, yo, what's up?" And then it's cool,
Yep. Yep.
right?
You've been vouched for by one of ours.
Yes. If there wasn't someone to vouch for me, it would be a different story, right?
But then would you choose to still stay there and sit down?
Well, I should feel it's my right to sit down and
Agreed.
eat and drink.
Agreed. Nobody's talking about rights. I'm talking about, because this
I
is
would
this is about
leave.
exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm
I
talking
would
about. Is that
leave
too
because
many times I see the people stay to argue their point, and it's
my
like that's
food is
what
about to be
why.
spitting.
Hmm. Why stay where you know it's going to cause a problem? Because in my opinion, the people that do that are the same people that go to different countries and act like fucking assholes. It's for the content. It's for the attention.
We were doing this before cameras, like we're like
Oh,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Like
well, yeah.
we were doing that before this. We're not doing it for clout. I was trying to eat. And it's
Hell
like,
yeah!
oh
I was trying to
nope,
get some
I'ma
fucking
leave.
what the their straw fries or whatever.
Oh
I was
no,
trying to get some
crocodile
straw
fries,
fries
crocodile
and
fries,
not be
man.
lynched.
Yeah,
Crocodile fries.
yeah, crocodile and crocodile fries.
That shit was so good.
Well,
But
it's
yeah, I
funny.
would not a chance. I would stay in that. I would remove myself from that situation, whether it was making me uncomfortable or I thought that it was a dangerous situation. I would remove myself. Now, in that same fucking aspect, if I walked out of that place and one of them followed me outside, then there's a problem. Then I'm gonna curb stomp you and then leave.
Well, there's a perceived idea that issues could occur, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they may be going to your car and they're parked next to you. It's just one of those things. But there's a perceived danger for minorities and, LGBT being minorities, there is a
Technically, still, yeah.
perceived, threat of these things. Now, am I going to get in my car and say I was threatened? Probably not. I'm going to see what happens. Oh, they got in their car. Oh, the dude bashed in my window? Yeah.
No, fuck that. Even if they're following me, they could be following me screaming stuff. If
Oh, if
any
they're
of that
doing that, no, no,
happens,
no, no, no. I'm saying
if I've
if they're
left the
not
bubble and
doing
you're
that.
bringing the bubble, then there's I see, I misunderstood.
If no, no, if they're following you, it's like, oh, they could be parked next to me. If they're yelling at you, it's like, where's the biggest rock I can pick up right now
Exactly.
and
If you've
like prep.
removed yourself from the bubble, if they follow you with that bubble, there's a problem. If you've elected to not remove yourself from the bubble and you stay in there to argue your point or whatever, that's a personal fucking choice. You
Yeah.
just chose to be in that situation.
So it brings up a very similar issue of bullying that we've talked about
Oh
to
yeah.
nauseum with each other.
Hell yeah.
Uh, for people that don't understand my stance on bullying, and you can disagree, comment in the comments. Let us know if you think my views are just out of left field and are cap. I grew up in a very white area where I was literally the only Asian except for my older sister. Everyone else was white. There was a one black kid named Sage in my school, and he left after my first year. And so I was the only minority. And what I learned about bullying is there's racism and there's bullying. There's racism because they're making fun of you and they're attacking you for something you can't change about your appearance or your race. There's a secondary that you can't change. You have big ears and everyone's making fun of you for it. You can't change that. But anyone that claims I got made fun of because I wore a yellow card shirt every day, that's your fucking choice. If
Yeah.
people are gonna make fun of you for the clothes you wear, listen, your mom bought you those clothes, right?
Yeah.
It's not your fault. But you literally could have made it look cooler and blamed it on kids. Say, like, I cut it up. I
Agreed.
changed it about it. You know what I can't change? The color of my skin. I can't change my eye color. I can't change that I look different from you. But the clothes I wear, yeah, I can say to my mom, Mom, please, I just need white people's shorts.
But then also in that same fucking token, your other option could have also been if you fucking loved that shirt. If you love that shirt for whatever the fuck reason, is to not argue that, oh no, this shirt is cool. No, this shirt is really fucking cool. Why do they need to believe that the shirt is cool too? You know?
There's a level of self confidence that I don't think any kid has at
Oh,
that
agreed,
age.
agreed, agreed, agreed. This wasn't for in that situation. I was saying more for the grown people.
Yeah, and apparently it still happens. Like, apparently adults are being bullied and going online and feel attacked for whatever reasons. And I'm 35. In November, you're 35. And if you ever cried to me about something like this,
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. There would be maybe a half second of sympathy though, and the sympathy would be, "Oh, that sucks," and then it would be, "But stop being such a bitch,
no,
please stop."
there'd be half second of sympathy, but then also like a half second of acknowledgement of how bad the other person destroyed you. 'Cause
Yeah, yeah.
it's like
Oh, but yeah, I get your
respect,
point. I see what you're saying.
but
My feelings are still hurt, but I see what you're saying.
but I respect that they could do it to you. You know.
Oh my god. But truly, I think that kind of a mindset, I think, would fix a lot of things in this world, and a lot of the fucking headlines and shit that you see on fucking TV. Because, in my opinion, a lot of it doesn't need to happen. A
Oh,
lot of it does not need to happen. But
you and I aren't victims. We're not victims of anything.
yeah,
Did we get bullied? Probably. Do we accept that we
for
got bullied?
sure.
Probably.
Mm,
But it doesn't matter anymore. We're adults. That shit doesn't matter anymore.
at all.
Because we
At
have
all.
the
That's
boys that
that's
we
the
have.
comfortability that you need to get, though. You need to get that comfortability within yourselves, and I mean, shit. A lot of it comes from that too. Comes from your boys.
And so if you don't have that community, join join us. Join us on this trip. We'll be there to not gaslight you, but also not to put you on a pedestal to say you're better than